Could this be the best airport hotel in the UK? Welcome to Quite Genius. Let's go find out. So welcome to the video, and coming up I'll be showing you some of the facilities of the Radisson Blu. I'll also do a walkthrough tour of our executive suite, which comes with its very own runway view. I'll show you the executive lounge as well, and I'll go through the pricing at the end of the video with my thoughts on this hotel. But firstly, the Radisson really is conveniently situated to the airport. It's close to Terminal 2, and I'll leave the address details on the screen if you need them. It's got a stack of facilities, including a gym that you'll promise to visit but probably never will, and it's also got 27 conference suites, the largest of which can host up to 400 disinterested employees who will probably at some point realise that 2 floors above them there's people like me getting drunk in the bar before they go on holiday. But one of the standout features of the Radisson is the Skylink bridges that basically link you to the railway station and Terminals 1 and 3, and you can see that just on the screen there. It also links to Terminal 2 as well. So some of you may be wondering why this particular tunnel isn't coloured in the nice blue that the other one was, and the truth is, I have absolutely no idea what went wrong. And just moving back round, you can see that row of windows just above the big Radisson sign. That's actually the executive lounge, and I'll show you what the view looks like from there a little bit later on in the video, but as you can see from this, it looks right out over the whole expanse of the airport. So why come to a airport hotel, and why the Radisson in particular? Well, here's Holiday Me to tell you a bit more. So we're just a few minutes away from the Radisson now, and I just wanted to give a bit of context as to why we're doing what we're doing, basically, and why we're staying at a hotel at the airport. And we're going to be flying down to the Dominican Republic tomorrow. We're flying with TUI. The flight times are actually quite reasonable, but I figured that I didn't really want to be making this drive in rush hour traffic, which is what I would have had to do had I driven over here tomorrow. So we took the decision to travel over this afternoon and stay at a hotel and basically just unwind before we make the journey to the Dominican tomorrow. So that answers why we're going to an airport hotel. The reason that we're doing the Radisson though is because we actually stayed here 2 years ago and had an amazing time. So we're hoping to basically repeat that experience. So yeah, we're just a couple of minutes away from it now, and basically, we booked the Radisson after we booked the flights, so what I'm having to do is leave the car overnight at the Radisson before I do the meet and greet parking tomorrow morning. So yeah, we'll bring you back shortly when we arrive at the Radisson. So check-in is on the 3rd floor, weirdly. They weren't too keen on being filmed at reception. However, what they did do was they gave me a free night's parking, which was really nice of them. So yeah, let's go and check out the room.
Executive room.
So welcome to our room, folks. We're at the Radisson Blu Hotel at Manchester Airport. We're staying in one of the executive class rooms, and as you can see, it's room 902. So let's go in and have a look around. So the first thing that I'll show you is the bathroom. It's quite a sizable bathroom actually, and when you go in you can see that there's a large mirror there, and it really is immaculately clean. And then just underneath the sink unit you've got the towels and also the bath mats there. I don't know whether you can just about see it or not, but you've got a hairdryer there as well. And obviously a toilet. And just on the shelf there, they supply you with complimentary toiletries that you can see. And if I just pan the camera around and close the door, you've got quite a large shower. And I look forward to using that later. It's got a big rainfall shower head. Once again, everything here is immaculately clean. And just go back outside again. Next thing, just to show you, we've already got a bit of our stuff in, obviously, so you'll see a bit of our clutter knocking around. So, quite a large wardrobe that we've got. You've got some complimentary bathrobes there. Well, I say complimentary, you can't take them obviously, but you can use them while you're here. There's an iron and also an ironing board just below it. And you probably can't see it, but just at the back there you've got a rack for your suitcase, to put your suitcase on. And you've also got a safe there. Some slippers and towels. And you've got more storage there. What's that? Just take that out. Oh, Gideon's Bible. In fact, I think I'll pop that in the safe because I don't want it spontaneously combusting with the fact that we've got a couple of gays staying in the room. I'm only joking, God, honest. But yeah. So we've got plenty of storage there. And just moving around. So you can also see that there's tea and coffee making facilities here. And just noticed on the top there, there's a, oh right, there's a minibar. So there's a price list there. So let's just have a look in the cupboard. So you've got the tea and coffee stuff there. And I'm guessing, and yeah, so it's a little fridge with some soft drinks and some miniature spirits as well. We'll not be using those because when you book an executive room, you actually get access to the executive lounge, and they serve complimentary drinks, alcoholic and soft drinks in the evening, and they also do food and canapes as well. It's safe food, it's just basically bar snacks, etc. But you get that included in your room price, so no need to use the minibar with that. Just panning around. So it is quite a spacious room. It's really nice. I'll tell you what is really good about this room is the bed is absolutely massive. I don't know what size that would be, but that's got to be, it's at least king size, but it looks even bigger than a king, to be honest. But anyway, one big bed. You've got sockets either side, and if you really want to know, they've got USB charging point there as well. And then you have yourself a desk, the remote for the TVs there, note paper and pencil. So it's really nice. And it's the same on the other side of the bed, by the way. You've got another socket there with a charging port. But the showstopper is this, because this is the executive room. Just pull the foil back. Executive room, and you've got a runway view. So yeah, you can actually see right over to the runway there. I don't know whether you can see just in the distance. If I just zoom in, you can see the actual tower, and you can see movement on the runway there. Now, depending on which direction they're going in, that you'll either be able to see them take off or land. But for me, as a bit of a plane geek, that's absolutely awesome. So yeah, you can see the full airport there pretty much. So I could quite happily sit here all afternoon and watch that. So yeah, that is our suite. It's the executive room here at the Radisson Blu Hotel. It's room 902, and yeah, I am impressed. So we're just here at the Little M Bar at the Radisson Blu Hotel, and I've got to tell you that this has taken at least 20 takes to even get this far into this little bit. I've had probably a few too many now, but just to let you know that it is a really nice bar to come to begin your holiday and decompress. It does serve food as well as drink, although what you'll probably find is that it's just likes of pizza and sorts of light snacks. The Radisson does have another restaurant. It's called the Collage. It's just next door to Little M Bar. So if you're actually wanting a more sit-down type meal, then you can go there. But if you're happy enough with a snack, then yeah, you'll be okay in the Little M Bar. So yeah, I'm going to carry on decompressing and maybe have a couple more drinks. And because why not? Holidays. Cheers. Is that it? So what normally follows after lots of beers is the need for food, and we're just looking at the room service menu there. It's not particularly cheap by any means, but suddenly it becomes worth it when you're really hungry. So it's a £5 flat fee for no matter what you order to get delivered, and then you've obviously got the cost of the food on top. So yeah, let's order a pizza. So we're just in the executive lounge now, and there's not a soul in here at the moment, but you can see it's a beautiful day outside, or at least it is for now, and you can see right across the expanse of the airport and all the way across to the runways as well. So you can sit here until your heart's content and watch planes take off and land. It really is a nice place to be. And of course they also serve the complimentary snacks and the drinks here as well. So in the executive lounge you've got a selection of soft drinks, and just on the bar there they serve croissant in the morning, and there's a tea and coffee maker there, and you can get some fresh orange juice. So this is included in the price of the executive room, and I think it's after 5 o'clock they'll start to serve alcohol as well, 5 in the afternoon until 9 in the evening, but they've got a nice little selection. So just off to the side of the check-in area they've got a little shop that sells a wide variety of sweets and crisps that you can see there. There's also like small electrical items as well that you can buy, and yeah, they've really got a wide selection. However, you need to know that this place is phenomenally expensive. It's also worth pointing out, whilst I remember, that the Radisson is a cashless hotel. They only ever accept cards, with the exception of this particular shop where you can also donate kidneys, give up your firstborn child, remortgage your house, that sort of thing. They'll take all of that in payment for the stuff that they sell. I'm not kidding either, I'm not exaggerating it. It's £2.85 for a Mars bar. So yeah, I can't remember the other prices there, but my God, I have never seen a shop as expensive as that. They don't even staff it either, so it's not like they're forking out money to employ somebody to work there. You serve yourself. So I did tell you at the start of the video that I would go through the pricing for the Radisson, and I've got to warn you now that it really isn't cheap. So for our stay in an executive room with lounge access, executive lounge access, and also a runway view, we paid a total of £331.50 for the night, and that wasn't even including breakfast. So yeah, not cheap, and I even winced saying that figure out loud. However, you don't need to stay at the Radisson and get the same pre-holiday experience, if you like, because I would argue that it is absolutely worth doing an airport hotel the day before you travel. travel. It allows you to really unwind and get into the holiday mindset and the frame of mind. I can't recommend it enough. In fact, I think it's quite a genius idea. You've no worries about travelling to the airport and being there on time, missing your plane because you're already there. So yeah, absolutely, I would recommend it. So the next question would be, is the Radisson worth it? Well, let's break it down. Basics first. So you've got a really, really nice hotel. It's extremely clean. The rooms are really comfortable. The bed is massive, by the way. And yeah, you just cannot fault it. It's got all of the facilities that you could ever want from a hotel. But is it worth paying £331.50 for? Well, that price basically comes around through the premium add-ons. You don't need to pay that much to stay there. You can get just a standard room and it will be considerably cheaper. So what we're talking about with the premium add-ons, it's basically the runway view from your room and also the executive lounge access. So if you like staring at planes and going, ooh, a plane, and you're a bit of a plane geek, then you really are going to love the room with the runway view. The good thing about that, though, is that you don't need to pay anywhere near what we did to actually get that. You can go in a sort of a cheaper room, still get the runway view, but you don't get the lounge access. So I would highly recommend doing that if you're a bit of a plane geek. Is the executive lounge worth it? And let's look at the plus points. All right, so it's a really nice environment to be. It's very, very calm and relaxing. It's never overcrowded. You've got beautiful views out of the window of the airport, and you can sit there until your heart's content. Floor-to-ceiling windows, absolutely brilliant in that respect. You get included in the price, you get complimentary tea, coffee, snacks. They do canapes, samosas, just little snacks basically. So that's all right. But the thing that really annoyed me about it is that I was looking forward to sitting there with a beer in the evening, having a couple of beers, complimentary now that I've paid for it, of course. Looking forward to doing a couple of beers and just watching the world go by. But I was really annoyed because they basically came out and they filled the fridges up with these bottles of beer that were at room temperature already. I don't see the point. I mean, what was we supposed to do? Just wait 4 hours for it to chill? I don't know. So that really sort of annoyed me, and it might have skewed my opinion about it. But on the whole, I would say that the executive lounge probably isn't worth it, and I don't think you're losing much by not going. And you can probably just spend the money in the bar, whatever you save on that room, and you'll probably be about the same. So would I go back to the Radisson? Absolutely. We've been before twice now, and yeah, both fantastic experiences. Is it worth the money? Well, if you're prepared to pay a bit more, you'll probably enjoy it. Is it the best airport hotel in the UK? I'd say it's got to be up there. So yeah, if you can think of a better one, let us know in the comments. So folks, that brings us to the end of the video. I really do hope that you found the information useful and enjoyed it. If that is the case, please be sure to leave us a like or a comment below, or even subscribe to the channel if you're wanting more content like, well, this particular video, for example. Thank you so much again for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.